North of England, along a great wall of stone, the rain falls. It has fallen like this for 1,600 years. On the wind, if you listen closely, you can almost hear it. Not a voice, but an echo. The echo of a world that vanished. Let's see. This is not the story of the fall of the entire Roman Empire. That tale is too vast, too chaotic. This is the story of a single light being extinguished. This is the story of the last days of Roman Britain, of how a thriving province at the very edge of the known world was not conquered in a great battle, but abandoned, and of the haunting silence that followed. In the 4th century, Britannia was a jewel in the Roman crown. Not the most important, but a prosperous, settled frontier. Great villas dotted the countryside, their floors glowing with intricate mosaics of gods and heroes. In towns like Londinium, you could buy wine from Gaul, pottery from Africa, and spices from the East. For a Roman citizen here, life was civilized. The legions patrolled the wall in the north, a symbol of an eternal order. And what a symbol it was. Hadrian's Wall, a 73-mile-long statement carved across the land. It did not just say, "Keep out." It said, "Here, the world of reason and order ends. Beyond lies the chaos." The Roman soldier stationed here believed his world, this system of laws and roads and heated baths, would last forever. But empires note like great trees. The first signs of death often appear at the furthest branches. The crisis began far from Britain's shores. In the late 4th and early 5th centuries, the entire Western Empire was shuddering. Goths, Vandals, and Huns were hammering at the gates of Italy itself. The heart was under attack, and the body began to cannibalize its limbs to save it. One by one, the legions were recalled. The 20th Legion left. The 2nd Augusta left. The great fortress of Eboracum grew quiet. For the people of Britannia, watching the soldiers march away to a war they couldn't see, it must have been a slow-motion nightmare. The unbreachable wall was now just a line of stones, manned by a skeleton crew of local militias. And then, the darkness crept in. With the legions gone, the Picts from the north and the Scots from the west, as the chroniclers wrote, poured over the undefended wall. And from across the North Sea, a new threat arrived. The Saxons. They came first in small bands, raiding the undefended coastlines. But soon, the raids felt more like an invasion. Weary, describing a descent into chaos, the province began to fray. Usurper after usurper was proclaimed emperor by the desperate troops that remained, each one draining the land of what little resources and men it had left. The cities, once symbols of pride, became liabilities. Their long, crumbling walls were impossible to defend. The people began to abandon them, fleeing to the countryside, to any place that promised a shred of safety. Sometime around the year 410 AD, a group of leading Britons, the last remnants of the Roman civic order, sent a desperate plea across the Channel. They wrote to the Emperor Honorius in Ravenna. The message was simple. "We are being slaughtered. The barbarians are upon us. Send the legions. Save us." The reply came back. It was not an army. It was a letter. With grim weight, the Roman historian Zosimus records the moment. The Emperor Honorius sent the Britons a letter. His reply is one of the most devastating documents in history. He told them that he could do nothing, that they could not be helped. And then, he gave them a single, breathtaking instruction. He told them to look to their own defenses. Look to your own defenses. After 4 centuries of Roman rule, that was the end. Not with a cataclysm, but with a bureaucratic dismissal. The light of Rome did not shatter. It flickered and went out. What followed was not an instant change, it was a great forgetting. The art of pottery on a wheel vanished, replaced by handmade crude ceramics. Coinage disappeared, people returned to barter. The great hypocaust systems that heated the villas fell into disrepair, and the British winter crept into the stone rooms for the first time in centuries. The forests, once pushed back by Roman roads, began to reclaim the land. Roofs collapsed. Weeds grew through the forums where orators once spoke. Britannia became a ghost of itself, a land of ruins haunted by the memory of a greater power. And from this silence, a new sound emerged, the sound of story. With no history to record the truth, legend rushed in to fill the void. The memory of a great leader, a Dux Bellorum, who fought the Saxon invaders from hill forts, became the seed of the King Arthur myth. The ruins of the Roman baths were called the works of giants. The past had not died, it had become a fairy tale. The end of Roman Britain teaches us a profound lesson about collapse. It is not always a fire. Sometimes it is a slow cooling. It is the quiet withdrawal of a system, the dying of the light by inches, until one day, people wake up and realize the world they knew is already gone. That echo in the stones of Hadrian's Wall, it is the echo of that moment. The moment a province was lost, a dark age began, and a legend was born. It is a reminder that all our worlds, no matter how solid they seem, are just stories we tell for a time. And all stories must eventually end. Until the next story.